Hi Cancer, welcome to your September 2015 monthly preview. I'm just finishing shuffling up your cards. Okay, so the first two cards were already out because while I was shuffling, they decided to come flying out. So, I guess they really want to tell you something. Bottom of the deck is kind of like the overall theme and how you're feeling for the month of September. And you have the Eight of Swords. And if you look at it, it's basically a card about feeling trapped, which, yes, this person has, they're blindfolded and they're tied up, but, these swords are just behind them, and then there's only one that kind of loops around, but there's this whole opening here that they can just walk right out. So they think they're trapped, but they're really not. It's mostly all in their head, and, it's their head that's being covered, and, that's where all your worries are, and it's just all in your head. So I would try to not feel maybe as worried or stuck. I know that's hard to say, but because at the beginning of the month, and this was the first card that jumped out, you have the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands is about good news. It's coming to you. It's coming swiftly. I mean, these wands are just flying through the air, So it's swift movement. It's action. Maybe if you were feeling stuck, maybe, things will start to get moving, whatever you've been working on or hoping for. Maybe, the ball will finally start to get rolling. And I mean, you can tell by how little this ground is, like, these rods are really high up in the air, so they're really soaring through. It also can indicate travel as well. For the middle of the month, you have the Hierophant card, and I mean, this is a card about like tradition and kind of order and, like rules, laws, like how it's always been done. So maybe you'll be getting news about, maybe there will actually be change. Maybe, this isn't how it's going to be anymore. Maybe that's what you're worried about. Maybe, maybe these rules, this, how something's always been done is now changing. You're getting the news about it, and it's making you feel, oh my God, or, or maybe things aren't changing. Maybe, you're like, oh my God, this is how it's been forever. I feel stuck. So I'm not sure which way it will go. I'm sure it will be different for everyone. But towards the end of the month, you have Judgment. I mean, Judgment's a pretty big card. I mean, there will be a decision that will be made. I mean, all these people are coming out of their graves. They don't have any clothes on, so they don't have anything. They can't hide anything. They're exposed. And Judgment's being laid upon them. So maybe something is coming to you. Good news. And maybe this judgment is going to be on the old ways. Maybe someone says something and starts, movement on changing these ways, and judgments being made on those. Like, these ways are not good. These ways don't work. It's broken. It hasn't worked in forever. We gotta get with the times here. So it seems like really, few Cancers. I mean, something big is happening, some sort of decision, I'd say, really. Some sort of structural thing is probably about to change. Like, does it really work? Should we continue going the way we always have? But it's a good card because, I mean, Judgment, what should happen will happen, I mean, if, people were doing things wrongly, I mean, they'll be caught because, we're passing judgment on them, or, do you deserve type of thing. So I think your worries, like, again, it's all in your head. This will pass. You'll get through it. Good news is coming. Change is coming, I'm sure. So stay positive for the month of September.